Marcus Chen wiped the sweat from his brow as he navigated his salvage pod through the debris field of what was once the trading station Epsilon 7. 3 days ago, it had been a bustling hub of interstellar commerce. Now it was just twisted metal and frozen bodies, victims of a Krell raider attack. He was about to turn back when his scanner picked up a faint biosignature. Marcus frowned. Nothing should be alive out here. He maneuvered closer, his pod's lights cutting through the darkness until they illuminated a small, furry creature trapped between two pieces of wreckage. "What the hell?" Marcus muttered. It looked like a cross between a fox and a cat with iridescent blue fur and 6 legs. One of its legs was caught in the twisted metal, and the creature's large violet eyes stared at him with what looked like intelligence? Marcus had seen plenty of alien fauna in his 5 years working the Outer Rim. Most were barely sentient, but something about this one made him hesitate. Still, he couldn't just leave it there. He suited up and carefully extracted the creature, wrapping it in a thermal blanket. It didn't struggle, which was odd. Most animals panicked when handled by unknown species. Instead, it seemed to study him with those unsettling eyes. Back in his pod, Marcus set the creature down in the cargo bay and examined its injured leg. The bone was fractured but not shattered. He'd have to splint it. As he worked, the creature remained perfectly still, watching his every move. "You're a strange one," Marcus said, more to fill the silence than expecting a response. "Don't suppose you can tell me where you came from?" The creature's ears twitched. Then, to Marcus's shock, it began to glow. The blue fur rippled like water, and the small body started to shift and expand. Marcus stumbled backward, reaching for his plasma cutter. In less than 30 seconds, where the small creature had been, now sat a humanoid female. She was tall, easily 6.5 feet, with the same iridescent blue skin and those haunting violet eyes. Her features were elegant and angular, distinctly non-human but undeniably beautiful. She wore what appeared to be form-fitting armor, now torn and damaged. "Thank you, human," she said in perfect English, her voice melodic. "I am Princess Liara of the HFY Dominion." Marcus's jaw dropped. You're a person? I mean, a sapient being?" "Yes." Liara winced, looking at her injured leg. "My species possesses the ability to shift forms. It is both a gift and a curse. When the Krell attacked, I shifted to escape, but I was struck by debris and became trapped." "The HFY Dominion?" Marcus's mind raced. He'd heard of them, a powerful alien empire that controlled over 40 systems in the Perseus Arm. "Why were you on Epsilon 7? "Diplomatic mission," Liara explained, her expression darkening. "One that was apparently compromised. The Krell knew exactly where to strike." She looked at Marcus with those penetrating eyes. "You saved my life, human. The HFY do not forget such debts." Marcus held up his hands. "Look, Your Highness, or whatever I'm supposed to call you, I'm just a salvager. I don't want to get involved in galactic politics. Call me Liara." She attempted to stand but gasped in pain, her leg buckling. Marcus instinctively caught her, surprised by how light she was despite her height. "Easy there. That leg needs proper medical attention." He helped her to a seat. "I can get you to New Haven Station. They have a proper medical bay there." Liara shook her head. "No. The Krell will be monitoring all major stations. If they discover I survived..." She paused, seeming to make a decision. "I need to reach my ship, the Radiant Dawn. It's cloaked in the asteroid field near Kepler 442. Marcus felt his stomach drop. "That's 3 days from here, through Krell-controlled space." "I know what I am asking." Liara met his gaze steadily. "But I have no one else to turn to. My guards are dead, my escort destroyed. You are my only hope." Marcus ran a hand through his hair. This was insane. He was one man in a salvage pod barely equipped with shields, let alone weapons. Taking a royal alien through hostile territory was suicide. But as he looked at Liara, injured, alone, and trusting him with her life, he found himself thinking about why he'd come out to the Rim in the first place. He'd wanted adventure, wanted to matter. His whole life, people had told him humans were newcomers to the galactic stage, too primitive to make a real difference. Maybe it was time to prove them wrong. "All right," Marcus said finally. "But we do this my way. I know these debris fields better than anyone. We'll take the slow route, stay off the main lanes." For the first time, Liara smiled. It transformed her face, making her seem less alien and more human. "I knew I sensed something special about you when you freed me. Humans have a reputation, you know." "Oh yeah? What's that?" "You're unpredictable. Reckless. You fight when you should flee and show mercy when logic demands otherwise. She tilted her head. My tutors called you dangerous. But right now, dangerous is exactly what I need. Marcus couldn't help but grin as he fired up the pod's engines. Well then, Your Highness, buckle up. You're about to see just how dangerous one human with a beat-up salvage pod can be. As they slipped into the debris field, Marcus Chen, salvager, nobody, average human, began what would become the most legendary rescue mission in Sivari history. He didn't know it yet, but in saving one alien princess, he was about to start a chain of events that would forge an alliance between humanity and the Sivari Dominion, changing the balance of power in the galaxy forever, all because he couldn't leave a small animal to die alone in the dark.